Okay, this is why your coaching offer will never hit $100,000 a month. Okay, and there's three simple reasons, and I'm just gonna go through them as quick as possible. No BS. All right. The first one is you're letting leads go. Okay. Now, what do I mean? Okay, so say you have a sales process. They get set, they book a call, whatever. They get on the call, and then for whatever reason they don't close. Right, they're a no close, and this is you. You're very sad, and you say, okay, well you give up. Right, this guy didn't want what I had to offer. Obviously, let him go his own way. Right, and how do you counteract this? Is okay. Well, let's spend more money on ads. Let's do more input. Right, if our no close rate is 70%, well, don't we just have to get more leads, right? And then therefore we'll get more money. And I was like, yeah, like that's like what you do once you get your no close rate to like 50% or below, right? Right. That's just a stupid way of thinking, right? You're scaling your quantity before you scale your quality. And what do I mean by that is that you need to fix your rates. You need to up your KPIs before you actually increase input. Otherwise, all your systems will break, right? Someone who doesn't close is your second warmest lead. And I'll get to who your first warmest lead is in a second in the next one, right? But if they don't close, they're your second warmest lead. You want to know why? Because they were warm enough to get on a call, first of all, right? And then they went through the entire sales process. They literally went on a call and had a salesperson almost convince them why they should buy $5,000 or why they should pay a high ticket price for your coaching, right? And they just happen to not close at the end, right? They are your second warmest leads. They are extremely warm. They've went through the whole thing, right? They've had all this content, all these pre-call assets, everything you've hammered them with. They've consumed all of that, right? And you just want to let them go, unless their objection on the sales call was, yeah, I just don't think this is a good fit for me. Like you've laid it out, and this is where I'm at, and I don't think this is going to help me hit my goals. And let's be honest, like how many of your sales calls actually go that way? How many of your no closes actually go that way? Most of the time, it's due to a lack of sales skills, and they get the I think about it, or the I don't have the money, or they have actual logistical problems of like, oh, I just need to give you the money, right? If they say that and you're like, okay, let's touch bases, and then you call them once a week later, it's like, no, they're not going to be like, oh, take my $5,000 now if they didn't do it on the call, right? 100 emails. You say 100 emails? What do you mean 100 emails? I mean, you need to send them 100 emails. You need to send them an email every day for 100 days, at least. At least. Pack them with case studies, testimonials, everything you have. Jam it and put them on it. So if they don't close, they need to be added to a separate email list, a no close email list, right? All the people who haven't closed are on this email list, and you're blasting them with emails. Case study, case study, case study, testimonial, testimonial, testimonial. Book another call, book another call. And guess what? They are the second warmest leads, so they will book calls, right? Hit them up in a month. Dial them. Have your seller dial them. Hey, you had a call with them a month ago, blah, blah, blah. You said this, and this was the problem. How's that going for you? Right? Obviously, you change up the words a little bit, but like, call them. Call them the month after that, right? Send them emails, blast them emails, and soon you'll find that these people will come back at insanely high rates because they are insanely warm, right? So stop letting them go, okay? Okay. Second thing, you're not taking advantage of your warmest leads. And I know you're saying, what do you mean I'm not taking advantage of my warmest leads? And I'm saying, at least in terms of coaching offers, online coaching offers, I only see about 5% of offers or creators actually taking advantage of their warmest leads. And you're asking, like, who's my warmest lead? Is it someone who's watched long form content? Is it someone who's opted in? No, no, no. Your warmest lead is this person right here. You know who that is? It's your clients. So what? They're clients. They're not leads, though. Like, what do you mean? Are you stupid? No, they're leads, right? Because they can get you referrals, right? As long as you're actually getting your clients quality results and they trust you, they will refer their friends or people that they know to have you do the same thing for them. I see literally 5% of coaches actually take advantage of their clients, right? Say, and the way you structure this is you find a peak point in your client journey process. So let's say that you're running an e-com offer, right? And after 1 month, is usually when your students start getting their first sales, right? And so they're going to peak in happiness. So set an automation for your setters to call up all of your clients after a month of them being in the program. Ring a ling ling. Who's that? Oh, it's the guy that's making me a shit ton of money. That's getting me a shit ton of results. Hey, like I saw, like how are you doing? Cool. I just got my first sales. Can you give me the name of two friends who might also benefit from this guy's mentorship or this guy's teaching or what you're going through? Yeah. I mean, here's one of my friend's phone numbers. Here's the other one. Okay. Maybe you just got another booked call, and maybe 1 out of 4 people give you someone who's actually going to convert into a client. And say you're doing $40,000, right? You just added an extra $10,000 because you just added another client. So every 4 clients that you got, you added another client on top of that, right? Now all of your clients account for 1 and 1/4, right? People aren't taking advantage of the power of referrals, and it only works as long as you're getting results for your clients. If you're not getting results, they're not going to refer you anyone, right? Why would they? It doesn't work for me. It's not going to work for my friend. Or if it did work for me, it probably will work for my friend. I might as well refer them, right? And then give them some incentive. Oh, okay, if they sign up, you get 10%, 20%, 30% of whatever they pay, right? Oh, and now they have even more incentive to do that, right? But make sure you're calling up every single one of your clients and asking them for referrals, right? And don't be like, oh, like, can you give me a referral? They're going to say, oh, no, probably not. Or don't give them a yes or no answer. Say, give me the name of 2 friends who could possibly benefit from this, right? And they'll do it, and you'll set them the same way, right? Okay, that was the second way. The third reason why you're not scaling to $100,000 months is because your team sucks, okay? And there's one simple reason why your team sucks, and this is the root cause every single time, and it's because you suck. Okay, I don't mean you suck at what you do, right? I mean, you suck at what your team does. And if you suck at what your team does, how do you fix when they suck? How can you actually identify talent for what you're hiring if you don't have any talent in it in the first place, right? If you suck at sales, you're not going to be able to identify a good sales rep because you don't know the qualities of a good sales rep because you don't know good sales, right? If you don't know a good sales process, you won't be able to implement a good sales process for your leads to go through and your sales rep to follow, right? Because you don't know sales, right? If all of a sudden your sales reps close rates go from 40% to 30%, and you're taking a look at the calls and you're like, oh, well, I don't know sales. I don't know what's wrong. How do I fix this? I got to pay someone to come in and tell this one rep one time what they're doing wrong, right? But if you're actually good at sales, you can say, you weren't pre-handling this objection here, and this is why I got that objection. And this goes for every single category, every single variable in your business. I'm just using sales as an example because it's easy. If you don't actually learn the foundational skills needed to run your business or an online coaching program, you won't be able to just randomly hire team members that are just going to fill that gap. Now, every once in a while, that will happen. Like, you'll just stumble upon a sales rep who is really freaking good at what they do, and they'll take over for you. They'll make their own email list, right? They'll send out their own email sequences. They'll create their own SOPs to follow up, right? But that's like 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time, your sales reps are only going to be as good as you are, right? So go back and learn foundational sales skills, learn what good sales processes look like, so then you can implement it and teach it to your sales reps and have them follow SOPs that work, right? And once again, I'm just using sales as an example. There's so many other areas in your business that matter just as much. You don't actually suck. What I'm saying is that you need to learn the foundational skills to build a good team. Because when you have a good team, you have a thriving business. Everybody knows that the success of your business depends on your team. How good is your team? How good is your culture? And if you're not good, simply put, your team cannot be good. Okay? Now, if you're a coach and you just heard that and you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, I don't want to go back and learn sales. I mean, that's an entirely different skill set, or this or that, or all these different things that you need. I do have good news for you. I can actually build out and manage all these systems and teams for you. And if that interests you whatsoever, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. If not, I hope you found some value in this. Have a great day.